Hi there. Late last year, Amazon announced a brand new Kindle. It's called the Kindle Scribe. This is the first Kindle that supports note-taking with the stylus. I was super excited to get my hands on this thing, but unfortunately, when I first got it, there were some things about it that made me a bit disappointed. Now, don't get me wrong, the Kindle Scribe is a beautiful device to hold. It works great. The functionality and actually writing on this thing is quite a fluid experience, but there are some things in the software that just don't work in terms of the workflow that you're probably going to want to use this device for. Now, since this is a brand new Kindle, I'm going to cut Amazon some slack. They're probably working on releasing some updates this year to make this the best device it possibly can be. And to be completely transparent, they just released a new software update last week. That's what this video is about. But spoiler alert, you still can't do things like transcribe text into digital text. You can't take notes directly in your Kindle books. So those are some key features I think that are still missing, but they did add quite a few quality of life improvements. Now, the first update that I noticed after this new release was something that's completely not useful at all. You don't get any functionality out of it, but I think it's my favorite update yet. They added new screensavers to the Kindle Scribe that are exclusive to the Kindle Scribe. You aren't going to get these on any other Kindle. Now, I've always been a fan of the default Kindle screensavers. They look so beautiful. I think they're so subtle and classic. They look really nice, and having some fun ones on the Kindle Scribe to take advantage of the full 10-inch screen and have some nice sketches on them, it just really makes it a very premium and unique feeling. Now, again, this is not something that adds any functionality to the Kindle Scribe, but seeing how this is probably the first time they've added new screensavers to any Kindle, at least the last few years that I've been using a Kindle, this is a pretty big deal. I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. The next update that we got on the Kindle Scribe are some quality of life improvements when it comes to notebooks. Now, before, you had some very limited ways of navigating around a notebook. Now, if you want to, you can go to a notebook, open it up, press on the three dots overflow menu, and enter in the exact page number that you want to skip to. So this go to page number feature is a new thing they've added, which is really nice, especially if you have longer notebooks. And the second thing they added was the ability to create subfolders to organize all of your notebooks. So prior to this, we had the ability to create notebook folders and to store a bunch of folders and have a bunch of notebooks inside those folders. But now we can actually create a folder inside of a folder, so we can have this hierarchy, which is pretty useful, especially if you're using the Kindle Scribe for things that revolve around your work or for school. You want to have all the organization that you possibly can. Now, the last update that we got in this firmware release are new pen options. I'm saving the best for last over here because I think this is probably the most functional aspect of this update. We now have different options such as a fountain pen option, a marker, a pencil, as well as the regular pen and highlighter that we had before. This gives us a lot more freedom when we're writing in our notebooks over here. We can choose different thicknesses. We have 5 different brush types for each different pen option, which is really cool. So you can have really lightweight writing or very heavy writing. On top of that, they added pressure sensitivity. So for certain markers and pens, if you press down harder, you'll get a thicker ink coming out of your pen, or pressing lighter will result in lighter handwriting. All of this is brand new. None of this was available when the Kindle Scribe first came out. Accessing all of these new pen options is actually really easy. You just tap on that first icon and you can choose which one that you want to use over here. One thing I find a little confusing is the highlighter is not in this selection over here. That's a whole separate icon in the toolbar. I think it would make more sense if that highlighter was moved alongside the other options. But the other cool thing, if you have the premium pen, you have that shortcut button on the pen itself. You can go to your settings and then use the premium pen's shortcut button to quickly change into a different mode, which is really handy when you're writing on the fly and don't want to keep going into that toolbar. So between the new screensavers, quality of life improvements of notebooks, and these new pen options, we definitely have a nice little release over here. But like I said at the beginning of the video, I think this Kindle Scribe still has a long way to go for me to be able to recommend it to most people. I still am a bit confused of who the target audience of this device is. Amazon is promising some new integrations later this year with Microsoft Word, so it seems like they're targeting more of that business crowd. We'll have to see. I really hope they add some more features for bookworms and readers who like to use their Kindle for reading. I think having the ability to take notes inside of books would be a great feature to add. So Amazon, if you're watching this, I really hope you consider that. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. If you want to learn more about the Kindle Scribe, I have a very in-depth review video that talks about every single detail and feature of the Scribe. Link for that on the screen right now. See you next time.